Hey guys, so I'm going to take you on a little walkthrough here on this property. So you're also going to see some before and after pictures as well, but I want to explain to you a little bit what we did on this project and how we're really able to maximize our profits while doing very, very minimal repairs, right? What we essentially did on this property was we reduced our risk, meaning the amount of rehab and construction that we had to do, very minimal days during the construction phase, and we're able to put this property on the market and sell it like that. Okay, so I'm also gonna show you some, like I said, before and after pictures. But so in the world of real estate, in the world of flipping houses, okay, we know that how we sustain our business and how we make money is by adding value to the properties, right? So first we have to acquire these properties obviously at a discount, right? Let me show you this real quick. So there's an existing addition that was on this property connected to existing home, and I'll take you on the inside as well. But so what do we do as real estate investors and real estate flippers? Okay, we buy at a discount. Number one, we got to buy at a discount. But in exchange for that discount, the homeowners usually agreeing to sell their property at a discount because they know how much work is involved to restore that property, to rehab it, to, maybe do foundation repair, AC work, and paint the property, all the stuff that they don't want to do. But in order to get that property to sell at top value, that's what has to be done. That's where we come in. So our choice, one of our choices as a real estate investor, as a flipper, is how much work do we want to put into that property? Do we want to go for top dollar, top value and rehab it to the nines like we do a lot of the times? But sometimes there's this strategy, right, where it requires very minimal construction work to be done. This does not work in every single market, meaning every single real estate market. Right now we're entering into a down market, so that's number one. That is an opportunity for this at times, but what's more important is your sub-market. Specifically, what type of market are you in that real estate market? If you're in a high-end property with high-end homes, this isn't gonna work. This typically works on the lower side of your median price point and lower. And then thirdly, I would also add that if you're working in markets with where you have owner financing as an exit strategy, this is absolutely a great strategy. So with this property, we were very, very open to receiving a owner finance offer. However, we did not. Okay, so we received a conventional offer on this property, which we were good with. We were good seller financing it, which would be great. Sell it with 10 or 11% interest, or we could just take the quick cash. So that's what we did on this property. I'm going to share some numbers with you as well. Let's go on this quick walkthrough. So when you enter into this home, you had some of this existing flooring. This is like a fake wood laminate type of product. I don't love it. It's kind of shiny. It's kind of outdated. Nothing great. So we left it. There were like some balusters here. You'll see in the before and after pictures. We took those down and we basically just did a paint job. Basic builder grade light fixtures, even though we didn't even replace all of them. Cheap little kind of flush mount stuff here. There was some funky tile here in the entry, so we put a cheap vinyl down. You can see here in the hall, we left the wood. We did paint the bedrooms, and we put up some fans. I think some of these fans were existing. There's another bedroom. So in the bathroom, let's take a look at that. Oh, somebody's in there. I can't go in, my assistant's in there. So in the bathroom, I'll show you the other bathroom in a second. You can see it's clean yet outdated tile. This is not a new trim that we're setting with the lime green kind of thing here. This is outdated tile, but very clean and functional. Look at the shower, very outdated, very late 60s, early 70s shower here. Built-in cabinets, all that kind of stuff. We didn't touch it, we just cleaned it up and we left it. We didn't replace windows like we do on occasion. We just gave it a really nice paint job, cleaned everything up. Here's the hall bathroom, you can see that. We left it as is, had a broken tile, we just replaced it with a white one. They didn't seem to care. Not only did this buyer, look at this banana banana yellow tub and surround. But, you know, we essentially got above full price offer and we got it quick, and they did their inspection report and they're not asking for any repairs at all whatsoever on a very, very old home. I think it's like a early 1970s home. So here's the kitchen here. Once again, vinyl flooring. This is some flooring going to the dining room. We left that flooring, it is not new. All that we did in here was paint the cabinets. We did put on level 1 granite in here in the kitchen. We wanted the kitchen to pop a little bit. We left an existing vent fan. You see that? We did put in a new stove. We left existing light, you know, in the kitchen. Nothing fancy. And we just painted it up. And sometimes guys, this is what I like to call it taking your meds, the minimum effective dose. So sometimes doing very little is going to help you reap the highest rewards. This is not always the case. This is not always the case when it comes to flipping homes. This is the addition. I'm gonna walk up it real quick. This is some stairs. This is not always the case. You have to know when to pick your spots. Much like in, right in the middle of football season right now, going into playoffs, and a lot of times, guys, you know, both the coaches, they have the same playbook essentially. They have the same plays at their disposal. But a lot of times it's the coaches who know the right time to call the right plays that are going to win the ball game, that are going to win the championship. So it's really important, right, as you begin acquiring what I call the 7 fundamentals of real estate, of knowing which tool to pull out of the tool bag, knowing which strategy to utilize, okay? So this is like the garage apartment. Once again, painted cabinets, this is like a Formica. Okay, this is not granite, this is like a Formica countertop from Home Depot. We slapped that on there. Painted the bedrooms, okay? Painted the bedrooms and put carpet on the floors, basic flush mount lights. And once again, bathroom, not the bathroom that we would have went with if we remodeled it, but hey, you know, got the job done, we didn't touch it. So I'll share some numbers with you here in the end and show you how this was a extremely profitable flip, close to a 6-figure gross based on our purchase price and repairs. Our sales price, we have a delta of about $100,000, 6 figures, minus holding costs, utilities, taxes, insurance, stuff like that, low holding costs, realtors fees. But overall, home run of a flip with very minimal rehab. And kind of the last thing I want to share with you is, let's say for example that we had chose to do the HGTV thing and, you know, changed out windows and went with high-end flooring and high-end countertops and light fixtures and did all this stuff. You know, I'm 99% sure we would not have gotten that money back or earned a higher reward or return on our money for doing that work, okay? I'm not saying we wouldn't have sold the house. I'm not saying we wouldn't have sold it for more, but I don't think that effort, the squeeze, wouldn't be worth the juice, so to speak, okay? So always be thinking about that. Learn how to take your meds. What is the minimum effective dose to give you the outcome that you desire? And we desire close to a 6-figure flip. And we determined on this particular project that it was easier for us, and the wisest thing for us was to go with kind of the lipstick versus the full renovation.
Hey guys, so let me quickly show you some of the numbers on this deal. So here's our quick analyzer, is that, you know, the property was 2,800 square feet. The after repaired value, this is our contract amount, was $285,000. We purchased this property for $115,798. Our rehab costs were $46,320. I know what you may be saying. You're saying, Brant, I thought you barely did anything. Well, if you see here, we spent $16 a square foot. And I'll tell you guys, in today's market, $16 a square foot doesn't get you a lot of rehab. I went back, analyzed our costs, and basically what we did paint, interior and exterior, minor repairs to sheetrock, fascia, soffit, some of the wood repairs on the exterior. But we also ended up replacing one of the air conditioner systems. That was a complete replacement. That was about $8,000. And as you saw, we did granite countertops in the kitchen. Not a whole lot else. We did a few light fixtures here and there. We actually left all the existing appliances, but in today's market with inflation going on, $16 a foot is, you just don't get a whole lot. So that still ended up being about $46,000. I've got an acquisition cost here of $2,500. This is what I pay commission to my acquisitions agent. Plus, we basically do most of our marketing through SEO and online. So I don't have much expenses on our marketing these days, but this is an exact acquisition and marketing expense cost. This was my actual loan amount, what I paid to my lender. So that shows that my lender is in a very great LTV position. So let's look here. So here's some variables. So this is my template. This is what I expect to pay on, on average, what I pay my lenders. On this particular deal, we actually paid 8% to our lender. We did not make any origination points payable to our lender. So this was just a straight 8. I call it a straight 8% interest only loan. Okay, so these are just some formulas, approximately what we paid per month on insurance, taxes, utilities, maintenance, like getting the yard mowed and things like that, closing cost to buy, closing cost to sell, and if you see here also, realtor's commission 6%. Well, we do all of our listings in-house. Yours truly used to list them. Now my wife has her license, so that's essentially money going back to the company. So if you see here, our ROI on this flip is just astronomical. Our gross profit, this is not the real profit. This is the gross profit of $106,267. That's kind of the HGTV numbers, right, that don't show all of the true costs. But if I scroll down here, okay, so these are our projections. And this is how we analyze our deals, guys, before we go into these deals. Okay, so we've also got ways, I'll show you real quick. I'm not going to get into it. We've got deals to analyze each and every deal through different lenses. If it's a rental, if it's an owner finance, whoops, sorry about that. Well, my screen's not helping me there. If it's an owner finance deal, we've got some ways to analyze that. And then also analyzing it as a wholesale deal, an owner finance deal, like I mentioned, and of course as a flip deal. But you look here, our typical deals are gonna be sold in the 6 to 9 range. So if you use the HGTV number, that gross profit, fake numbers they show on TV, you're going to get yourself hurt. Okay, so typically this is our sweet spot. We want to make sure that we're, in a really good, profit margin here, else we won't do the deal. And if you see here, down here, we've got some key indicators of a deal. We want to be able to break even or even have a minor profit even after holding 12 months. As you can see, this deal is a no-brainer. The ROI will be more than 15% at the 6-month mark. You can see we're well above that. And the 6-month profit will be 50% or greater than the rehab cost. I will tell you, this is a hard number to hit in today's market, but this is something I created years ago, meaning if we're spending $46,000 in rehab, and that's a lot of work and things like that, we want to be at least making, half that in profit, if not equal to it, meaning a $25,000, $30,000 profit. Well, on this deal, we only bought this property a few months ago, so we're going to end up right around at $100,000 net profit on this deal after all is said and done. So, this is a really great example showing you exactly how, sometimes, not always, but sometimes the hotel strategy is the best strategy to achieve the greatest outcome while still doing the minimum effective dose, the minimum amount of rehab, borrowing the minimum amount of money, and really minimizing the risk.